Okay, well, an effort to keep jazz alive in our area is underway. A longtime local musician who has spent years playing in clubs has teamed up with a business partner to open up his own joint for the lovers of the music.
We're going to play you the kind of jazz that make you pat your feet, peck your neck, and put that hump up in your back.
Musician DeAndre Howard and his business partner are on a mission to spread the gospel of what they call real jazz across our region.
I would say jazz, 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 not no smooth jazz.
The venue is the Jazz and Cultural Society, a nonprofit organization located at 2813 12th Street in Northeast D.C., where last night jazz filled the air. For Howard, it's the culmination of 5 years of hard work, and it all started when the now retired contractor was asked to do some work on the property.
And then she showed me the inside and upstairs, and I said, what are you trying to do with this? She said, my dream has always been to open up a jazz spot.
Howard had the same dream.
Another thing I like doing, our thing here with the Cultural Society, is to put the young cats, you know, when I say cats, girls and guys, with the older cats. That's how you get that experience, because when I came up playing this jazz, if I played with all the cats my age, how do you learn? You gotta get with them older cats.
This is the Tom Newman Project. It's a mixture of seasoned cats and young ones, and Marie Diggs is on the bass. Deontay Childress on piano. Adrian Green on drums. And Tom Newman on guitar.
It's so good to see everybody here.
For 3 hours last night, his quartet wowed the audience with a range of tunes.
And we'd like to thank everybody for coming out. You are in the Jazz and Cultural Society. That's what this place is. Every Wednesday we have jazz. The Jazz and Cultural Society is basically an art center where we want to push the advancement of real jazz. Real jazz to me is the classic. You know, whether it's Duke Ellington, Dizzy and Charlie Bebop, Sonny Rollins, Coltrane, that's real jazz.
So far, the Jazz Society is only open on Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 9, and the cost for 3 hours of music, just $5.
Give another round of applause.
And Howard hopes to add more days of operation beginning this fall, which would include also more jazz, gospel, and spoken word. And tonight marks the return of our Young Musicians series. Throughout the school year, CTV has featured an array of instrumentalists. This evening, we switch gears and highlight our first vocalist. He is 17-year-old Colin Anderson of Suitland High School.
I've always been told that I have a passion for music, and I always express it through how I perform. Before it was with piano. Al fin respiro. In 9th grade, I came in for piano here at Suitland High School, and piano majors have to take concert choir. So I took it. I was confused at the beginning because I didn't know anything about singing the stuff that we got. By 10th grade, Mr. Boucher, he gave me a lesson teacher so that I could develop my voice, and I absolutely loved it. It was the best thing, best lessons I've ever had my 10th grade year, and I just started falling in love with music. The selection that I performed was O Del Mio Dolce Ador by Gluck. It's about how much I love a person and how I want to express it to them, but it's like I can't. Usually whenever I perform, my mind just is a total blank. I go through the song, I just mainly get in a character. There's a lot of moving parts to it. For instance, like breath control can be difficult. Like I used to have a horrible time with breath control where I would make everything sound very dark and muddy. I plan on going to college for vocal performance. I want to perform in operas, go to different opera companies. Al fin respiro. Al fin. Most opera singers, they don't just stay at one company. They move to like multiple companies around the area or in different states, for instance. And I just want to find different ones that really friendly company, friendly people, and like work really hard and then do the best I can in it.
And we are going to air another Young Musician segment on Monday in honor of Black History Month. And as Duke Ellington famously said, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And tonight we've got some swinging cats from Largo High School with the little Miles Davis and Kenny Dorm as we continue our Young Musicians series.
We played a jazz number called 4.
It's a fast swing type beat. Basically what my job to do is to signal the changes in the song and to make sure I keep on tempo.
I personally try to mix little trumpet and saxophone, little jazz saxophone in my soloing, just because I like the clarity of a saxophone. But other than that, just really trying to develop me.
You're the heartbeat of the song, you're the tempo. So basically it's like, you know, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a metronome in your head going off. So that's what my main focus is, just keeping the beat, keeping the beat.
A lot of it has to do with me, the fact that I went here and wanting to come back and give these kids a real opportunity to actually become real musicians.
After I graduate high school, I have 2 more years, and I plan on going to Berkeley College in Boston to study music, music theory, live performance, and so ever more. So that's my goal.
I want to be able to play for my mom because she's a really good musician and she plays keyboard and she's a good composer of music. So I would really like to play under her and learn how to like compose my own music.
I come to my horn, I want to have an identity. That's what I tell my students. I need you to have an identity. I don't want you just playing loud. I don't want you to sound like me. I want you to sound like yourself. I want you to sound comfortable.
We've been playing blue bossa for about 4 years now, at least to my knowledge. That's how long I've been playing it. Kind of just, you know, you feel it. You feel connected with the song. It kind of takes you away to a certain place. I play the bass guitar.
What is it about the bass guitar?
The fact that it's strings, you know, because I'm a strings kind of guy.
I like the tempo, how it challenges the drummer and how to play.
So I want the fundamentals to be correct. I need the kids to sound good. I want them to be in tune. I want them just looking like professionals, looking the part.
And our series continues 2 weeks from tonight with an Eleanor Roosevelt High School senior who is headlining next month at Strathmore.